Good afternoon, everybody. Christine Barconi. I'm back here in the streaming center once again, and we've actually brought in a specialist to talk about the Harley Dilly case. Kristen Hicks is with OhioHealth. Kristen, can you introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and then your expertise?
My name is Kristen Hicks. I'm a OhioHealth Hospice Bereavement Counselor. I work with the children and community grief program. And
Great. Kristen, so we're talking about the case involving Harley Dilly, and it's captured a lot of attention, and the way people have been reacting to this have been something we haven't really seen before. The picketing outside of the families' homes, all of the opinions people are giving on social media. Can you just talk about the different ways people deal with traumatic grief, and is what we're seeing normal?
it is normal. Everybody grieves differently. And in situations when there's traumatic grief, trauma isn't just what happened, but it's also people's response to what happens. So when people react emotionally, it can sometimes add layers to the trauma. So what we're seeing is just a community that's really hurting, who everybody obviously cared very much about Harley. And when things like this happen, it can sometimes cause division in the community. So yes, it is normal, and our go-to response is usually to do something about it, which is why you may see people outside the homes picketing. But the best thing to do in this situation is kind of probably to just hold the feelings and to seek support without judgment, and see if there's something that must be done about it. You can do things that support the community and the family. Find the people who have survived, the living members of the community who are grieving, support them. People can set up a foundation or create some kind of a memorial, or organize a yearly event to honor his memory, or maybe think about ways to make things more safe for the rest of the community.
Certainly, and then right now in the media, so that there has been a scholarship fund set up for this young man, and we have not heard from his family quite yet. But again, in the immediate, what is the best thing people can do if they're not in this community? They've taken an active interest in this, but what can they do to support this and make this family feel a little bit more at ease about this traumatic loss that they are dealing with right now?
We found that personal cards, with messages of hope and inspiration and caring, just saying, hey, we see you, we hear you, we care about you, and just offering the support that the family might be needing right now. It also might be good to let the family take some time to grieve. It's new, and I'm sure that they're feeling a lot of really complicated emotions. So allowing the family some space to grieve might be helpful as well.
So this is a young man that we're talking about, has a lot of school friends. They're going back to school for this semester. What are some things that if your child is perhaps seeing this on the news, what are some things that they can tell their middle schooler or different things like that if they are seeing this on the news and dealing with their own kind of grief, and certainly some situation that isn't seen very often, where you have this circumstances surrounding this young man's death that are quite odd?
I think, being open to honest conversation with the kids, because in situations like this, with the ambiguous grief that they're feeling, there aren't a lot of answers right now. And if the kids are willing to talk about it, opening up and just letting them talk and listening, not trying to guide their process, letting them cry, letting them support each other would be helpful, and finding support, mental health counselors in the area, accessing those services as you would with an acute illness or an injury. The sooner they get help, the better.
Do you guys have any resources that you guys provide? Anything online that people can access to see where what they should be saying and perhaps what they should be doing to build this family, to build this community up?
We don't have anything online that I'm aware of, but I do have resources that I could email out if people want to get in touch with our bereavement administrators.
Absolutely. Okay, Kristen, we can make sure to link that in this web story. I will be publishing this interview, and we'll make sure to upload those attachments to the story. And we want to thank Kristen so much for being here. It's a really important topic, and I know a lot of people are dealing with this in a multitude of ways, like you said, and they just feel like they need to do something. But really uplifting this community and uplifting this family is Kristen says is the probably the best way to go about that. Again, I will link those resources provided by Ohio Health in this story, so make sure you check back here for the link to those if you are in need of those services. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you coming up here in just a few minutes on TV NBC4 First at 4. Thanks so much.